Turn her back!
God damn it, stop doing!
Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. Today we're diving deep into one of Severance Season 2's biggest twists, the reveal of Helena Egan replacing her Innie, Helly, and the shocking implications that came with it. By the end of episode 4, a lot of pieces finally fell into place, but many fans missed the crucial details leading up to this twist. So if you thought you had Severance figured out, think again. There are hidden clues that explain why Helena posed as Helly and how it all ties back to Lumon's eerie control over their employees. Let's break it all down. Why did Helena replace her Innie, Helly? First, let's talk about Helena's motivations for replacing her Innie, Helly. Up until now, we knew Helly as the rebellious, outspoken figure at Lumon Industries, someone who consistently pushed back against everything the company stood for. But after that speech in Season 1 about the mistreatment of Innies, Helly had become a problem for Lumon, a problem that the Egan family, including Helena, could not ignore. So why would Helena, the daughter of Lumon's CEO and a powerful member of the Egan family, choose to go to such lengths? Here's where it gets interesting. It turns out that after Helly's outburst, Helena saw a chance to take control and keep her Innie from ruining everything. Remember that Helena was already involved with Lumon and had undergone the severance procedure herself, hoping to make the process look more appealing to other high-profile figures. But things didn't go according to plan. Her Innie, Helly, became Lumon's most rebellious employee, making Helena's position increasingly precarious. So when Mark and the team needed to bring Helly back to continue the Cold Harbor project, Helena found herself at a crossroads. If she allowed her Innie, Helly, to return to the severed floor, she risked having her rebellious alter ego sabotage not only the project, but also Lumon's reputation. If you think about it, Helena had a lot more to lose than just her job. This project was crucial for her family's power, and she couldn't afford any more disruptions. So what did she do? She decided to take matters into her own hands, studying footage of Helly, learning her mannerisms, and then subtly manipulating the other MDR employees to make them think she was actually Helly. But there's more to it than just a strategic move. There's also the emotional layer to Helena's decision. Helena is, in many ways, jealous of Helly. Helly is everything Helena can't afford to be. Rebellious, free-spirited, and unafraid to speak her mind. In many ways, Helly represents the version of herself that she's always suppressed. So when Helena steps into Helly's shoes, it's not just a way to protect herself or her family's interests. It's also a way for her to live out a version of herself she's never been able to express. She wants to experience the freedom that Helly has, and that jealousy manifests in her need to take over.
She's not Helly! She's an Egan!
How Irving realized the truth. Now, let's move on to how Irving caught on to the truth. He had been suspicious of Helly for a while, especially after she made a cryptic comment about the Night Gardener in the Season 2 premiere. But it wasn't until his dream sequence in episode 4 that he finally cracked the case. In this bizarre nightmare, Irving encounters a series of unsettling visions, including a mysterious gaunt bride and letters spelling out Egan on his computer screen. In that moment, it clicks for him. The only person with enough power to manipulate the severed floor would be someone from the Egan family. It's a chilling realization, but Irving puts the pieces together, and suddenly, the truth about Helena's deception becomes clear.
Where did you come from?
I don't know.
The clues you might have missed. As the episode progresses, we start to see more signs that something is off with Helena. One of the most striking clues is her hesitation when Mark hugs her in episode 1. Keep in mind, in Season 1, Helly had kissed Mark, and the two seem to be growing closer. So when Helena hesitates to hug Mark back, it's a dead giveaway that she's not Helly. For Helena, Mark is a stranger, someone she's only just met. But for Helly, this kind of affection would have felt much more natural. This subtle moment is one of the first hints that we're dealing with a different person here. And then there's the moment in episode 4 where Helena, who's pretending to be Helly, suddenly appears out of nowhere. The other Innies find themselves transitioning from their outies to their Innies. in a snow-covered landscape, but Helena doesn't seem to have the same transition. Irv asks her where she came from, and she claims to have no idea, further raising suspicion. Why would she appear so mysteriously? It's almost like she's not truly an Innie at all, and that's because, well, she isn't. But Helena's strange behavior doesn't stop there. She also struggles to find the switch to her computer in episode 4. This is an odd moment because as a longtime employee of Lumon, Helly would know exactly where the switch was. It's a small but telling detail that shows Helena is out of her element, trying to act like someone she's not. It's just another crack in her carefully constructed facade. Helena also makes some strange remarks throughout season 2, particularly when she tries to convince Mark that he shouldn't care about his Innie's desires. She tells him to stop worrying about Helly and focus on what's best for them, which seems completely out of character for Helly. We know from season 1 that Helly was deeply invested in finding out the truth about Lumon, and she wouldn't have been so easily persuaded by Helena's words. It's clear that Helena is trying to manipulate Mark, hoping to steer him away from looking deeper into the company's secrets. But even though Helena is playing a dangerous game, there's no way she could let Helly return to Lumon without risking everything. Remember, Helly almost destroyed Lumon's reputation by exposing its wrongdoings to the world. She planted seeds of doubt in the minds of the other MDR workers, and Lumon's leadership couldn't afford to have her return to the severed floor. So, by replacing Helly with herself, Helena is taking control of the situation, ensuring that no more damage is done to her family's legacy. One of the more subtle clues that fans missed was when Helena makes an offhand comment about Lumon's reforms, assuring everyone that there are no cameras or microphones in the MDR department. Helly, however, would never trust Lumon that easily. She was always suspicious of the company's surveillance tactics, so hearing Helena say that would have raised a huge red flag. It's just another moment where Helena's true identity is revealed through her words and actions. Now let's talk about the CCTV footage of Helly kissing Mark. When Helena watches this footage, it's clear that she's jealous. She's envious of the emotional connection that Helly had with Mark, something she's never experienced herself. Watching this scene foreshadows the twist that's coming in episode 4, as it shows Helena's desire to live out Helly's life, and perhaps even feel the love and connection that Helly experienced with Mark. Throughout season 2, we also see Helena take a backseat to Mark, Dylan, and Irving. In the search for the goat department, Mammalian is nurturable. Helena hesitates while Mark leads the way. This is in stark contrast to how Helly behaved in season 1, when she was always confident and eager to take charge. Helena's lack of leadership is another sign that she's not Helly. She's following the group, not leading it. Another crucial moment comes when Helena responds to Irving's questioning in episode 2. When he asks her about her experience during the overtime contingency, she snaps at him in a way that doesn't fit with Helly's character. Helly was never cruel or insensitive, so this is a clear indication that something is off.
Maybe I'll even buy you a drink at a bistro one day.
Finally, there's the moment where Milchick makes an offhand remark about buying Helena a drink in the outside world. He says, "Maybe I'll buy you a drink in a bistro someday." This is strange because as an Innie, Helena shouldn't have any memories of the outside world, let alone interactions with Milchick outside of Lumon. This line hints that Milchick may have already met her, raising even more questions about how deeply Lumon's power runs. Our nerdy thoughts. When you put all these clues together, it's clear that Severance is playing a long game with its twists. Helena's replacement of Helly is a masterstroke in manipulation, jealousy, and power dynamics. And it changes everything we thought we knew about the characters and the world they inhabit. As we head into the rest of Season 2, the stakes are higher than ever. Helena may have successfully replaced her Innie, but the consequences of her actions are far from over. The mystery surrounding Lumon and the Egan family is only just beginning, and we can't wait to see where it all leads. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more Severance breakdowns. Let me know in the comments what you think of this twist. Did you see it coming, or were you just as shocked as the rest of us? Until next time.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.